to all these Sagittarians out there. Hello and welcome to this video about general horoscope for Sagittarius for the month of September 2012. Now, what is going to happen? I was a bit worried. Not for you Sagittarians, but I was a bit worried about the fact that when I look at the general horoscope of July and August, there was so much going on. There was so much to talk about, and hopefully then you think that other people will get meaning from it. And there was this Uranus-Pluto transit, and that is still going on, but it's not triggered by a faster planet. So it was Venus, and last month it was Venus, and the month before it was Mars. But yesterday I took a look at the chart and I thought, my goodness, there's not a lot happening here. And of course it doesn't mean to say that in your personal unique chart there's nothing happening, because you really have to watch. Like, just the transit can show you already what's happening with you. But of course I can't do this in a general horoscope. I have to talk in general about this stuff, and it makes it easier when things happen. But this morning I saw something very interesting and very exciting, and for all actually for all the signs, but also for Sagittarius in a specific area of life. And it's all about the dance between Neptune and Saturn, and I'm going to the hidden dance, and I'm going to talk about that in a minute. But first I'm going to talk about the general faster planets for Sagittarius. So I'm not going to talk about Neptune or Pluto, because that's all the same, that doesn't change. So let's get started for Sagittarians. What is going on? Well, a lot is going on. A lot of good stuff is going on with Mercury, because you know, sometimes planets do like a sign or don't like a sign, and Mercury absolutely loves Virgo because it feels good in there, it's exalted in there, it can do what it has to do. And for you, that's the area of work. And it's not only work, but your social status. So even when you're not working, it's how other people see you, how other people perceive you. And there is a possibility to put some action into that, because also the sun is in there. So that means that you need to shine at some kind of level when it considers this social position of yours, whatever it is that you're having. So and Mercury is really going very fast. It goes into the end of Leo, then the sign of Virgo, and then a little bit of Libra. So, but it's very concentrated there, and very doing a lot of good stuff in the 10th house, and because also the sun is in there, so there's a lot of energy when it comes to 10th house. A lot of talking, maybe a lot of talking with superiors of yours, but a lot of communicating and a lot of thinking when it concerns the work, and that is good. That is good energy. Now, what else? There is Mars in your 12th house. There's a lot of planets in their own sign at the moment, and that is always good. So Mars is during the whole month in the house of in Scorpio, and according to traditional astrology, it is strong in Scorpio because it is in its own sign. And so whenever, especially for you people who have a Sagittarius ascendant and a very early Sagittarius ascendant, then Saturn goes through your 12th house in Scorpio. Now, normally Saturn, oh, what do I say Saturn? It's Mars. Mea culpa. Mars in the 12th house is good. Why is it good? It's not easy. It's not the easiest house because it's a hidden house, and it's the house of the unconsciousness. It's the house of letting go of stuff. So maybe you're going to work hard this month to let go of stuff. Maybe you're going to put a lot of action behind the scenes because it's a house behind the scenes. So people don't see it, but you're doing your inner work. And it's on a deep level. It's in Scorpio, and it's good. You're doing that, you're trying to, how would I say, you're trying to understand yourself on an unconscious level. So the things that you don't understand about yourself, you are trying to understand them, and you're doing efforts to do that. So that too is on the background happening, together with that social status that I was talking about. And on the other hand, Venus is also in a trine position to Sagittarius. Venus is in Leo for the most of the month, and that is your 9th house. That's very beautiful. That means that you can enjoy life through connecting with higher consciousness, through meeting or connecting with people from abroad, and they will have good influence on you, or they will learn something, or they will teach you something, or the other way around. So it means good connections with abroad, or good connections with here, call it God, call it Allah, call it Buddha, or with the one you believe in, and with the higher mind and the higher consciousness. And this is also important, because what I'm going to talk about in a minute, to have that connection is very important. Actually, it's the 9th house is so overall important, and especially for Sagittarians, because that is very much related to the 9th house. And if there isn't a connection with the 9th house, you don't have a connection with the all. You don't have a connection with everything, and with God, if you like, or with Allah or Buddha, or whatever, whoever, or with the cosmos. A lot of people say the cosmos and the universe. And the important thing is that if you've got that connection, you can do so good quality work. You can do a lot. And now I'm going to talk about that interesting dance going on between Saturn and between Neptune. What is it all about? Now you could say, hey Veerle, Saturn isn't connected with Neptune. Well, it is actually, but in its anticium. And I'm not going to explain this in detail what it is. Anticium is a very old, it goes back to ancient astrology, an old technique. And when a planet, like I'm talking about Saturn here in your 11th house, in the house of Libra, when I'm talking about that, all planets in Libra, its anticium is in Pisces. It's always that way. It's about a mirror thing. So Libra and Pisces are connected, you could say, on a hidden basis. And when a planet is, let's say, at the very end of Libra, and it's now at the very end of the cycle, and I talked about it in the monthly horoscopes, I think of July, that we are all at the end of a certain cycle, certain area of life, because Saturn is ending Libra. And for Sagittarius rising particularly, it's in the 11th house, so it has to do with long-term destiny, long-term goals, long-term aspirations, and also friends and activities and networking. And that all is coming to its conclusion. And let's say, so around the end of September, Saturn will be at 28 degrees of Libra. What is it? Anticium point. The anticium point is all we find, so it will be in Pisces, but we always find it by taking the whole sign, that's 30 degrees, and then deriving the 28 degrees from it. So 30 minus 28 degrees for that Saturn is 2 degrees. What is it all about, this Saturn and Neptune dance that is going on? So in anticium, Saturn means Neptune, meets Neptune, and it means that these two energies, they merge together, but it is hidden, so we don't see it, but it's there, definitely. So what does it mean for you, Sagittarius? It means that something that is going on between Saturn, boundaries, and between Neptune, no boundaries, is making things confusive. but that is the way that it should be, because I think that it's going to be the clearness of all this when it comes to that 11th house is going to come to its conclusion next month, because next month in October, Neptune and Saturn won't be having antition anymore, but they will trine each other, so they will work very easily together. And the energy of Saturn is really saying, hey, you know, when it comes, let's say it comes to your aspirations, I'm clear about my aspiration, you know, that is the truth, that is Saturn, that is the real truth, what I see. But then Neptune comes along and just confuses it all, because Neptune said, hey, there are other truths, I've got many, I've got plenty of truths, and they are all parallel, and you can't see what is really truth or not. It just and Saturn really wants that. So these are the two different energies that normally don't understand each other, but for some kind of reason they really they are really merging together. That's what reflects in this antition position. So they really go together, which means that and sometimes when we are enlightened about something, the period before that is very confusing. And I think that could be the case for the month of September. It confuses us, but it's not bad. We just have to accept it, that it is just the way it is. And for a lot of Sagittarians, as I said, it's in the 11th house. Could be friends that are confusing and you don't know how you relate to them, or they are confusing your view, or maybe it is on the other hand, it is your aspirations and your goals that you think, yes, I've got them, I've got it all cleared out, and then all of a sudden you don't see it anymore. But I think that in October, then the present and will come, then we will have more clearness than ever, because we can merge Saturn, manifestation, and Neptune, higher ideals. So it doesn't necessarily have to be deception or illusion, it can be truth. And isn't there a better thing than to be able to manifest our higher ideals? So we all have the opportunity in October to really do good things, to really have a good relationship, to have a good work, to have a good connection with parents, to have a good connection with children, and so on and so on. That is all these opportunities, and I think that's very interesting for September. So that's it for September, Sagittarius, and wish you all the best. Thank you for watching, thank you for commenting and subscribing and ordering readings, and wish you all the best. See you soon. Bye bye.